Thank you for joining today. So today we're going to do a short class focused on heart opening postures. So working on your back strength, back flexibility, opening the shoulders and the chest, and just a good way to open Anahata chakra, so the heart chakra also. So you won't need any props. This is a beginner all level class, so I'll adapt to different levels, but just remember, if you have any back conditions or anything, to take it easy on yourself, of course. So go ahead and sit down on your mat. I'm going to start sitting down. So go ahead and cross your legs, straighten your back, close your eyes, and bring your hands down onto your knees. And we're just going to start with a few deep breaths here just to get the concentration and the focus going and center back to our body and our mind. So we're going to breathe in deeply through our nose, fill your lungs and stomach with fresh air, and exhale nice and deep through your nose also. Again, inhale. And exhale. I'm going to try to focus here on the point and in our chest here. As I said, Anahata chakra it's the area that we're going to open here. Inhale. And one last time. Inhale deeply. And exhale, empty your lungs. We're going to blink our eyes open again. And we're going to come onto hands and knees. We're coming into plank pose, so spread your fingers nice and spread out. Hands are under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. As you inhale, bring your chest forward, open those shoulders, look out in front of you. Exhale, round your back into cow, push into your hands. Shoulder blades are coming away from the spine. Inhale, like a wave, come back into the opening of the chest. Exhale, round that slowly, warming up the spine. Bring your chest in. Inhale, come back into cow tilt. Exhale, round that back again, tilting the pelvis in. And go ahead, keep going a few more times here at your own rhythm. Always guiding yourself with the breath. We're just slowly opening up that spine before we start bending. Inhale into cow tilt. Exhale, cat. Couple more times here. Inhale. And exhale. Then we come back into neutral and we're going to come into downward facing dog. So bring your hands slightly more forward. Tuck in your toes and push into your hands and your feet. Send your hips up to the sky. Shoulders are externally rotated. And we're just going to bend the right and left leg here. So walk the dog a few times. Just if it's your first downward facing dog. Slowly moving into that stretch. And come back to center and bend both legs down, closer to the floor, and then push into your hands and feet, and at the same time send your hips up to the sky. So you're sending your sitting bones up towards the sky. So really pushing into your feet so that you maintain a healthy spine here, so you're not rounding your back too much. If you can't entirely straighten your legs, stay with your legs bent, that's perfectly fine. You're looking back at your feet, and your arms are nice and straight. We're just working on elongating the spine here, making space in the vertebra. Wonderful. And the last exhale, bring your knees back down to the ground and bring your forehead to the ground here. Come into puppy pose. So send your hands out in front of you, nice and extended. And just bring the forehead to the ground. The hips are still up towards the sky. And as you exhale, really release into the ground here. Inhale, push yourself back up, and we're going to come into a low lunge. So bring your right leg out in front of you, and your hips sink down into the ground. Have your knee over your ankle. Slightly tilt your pelvis in, so strong core, you're not sinking into it here. Open your chest and bring your hands in on the front leg. And before we back bend, you need to make sure those hips are nice and opened also. The lower back, nothing is blocking. Everything is nice and warmed up. Wonderful. And then the next exhale, we're going to come into king pigeon. So bring both hands down to the ground and send your foot out to your left side. And you're going to bend into that front leg. Square your hips. If you need to, you can always prop your right hip onto a cushion so you're not tilting to one side here. And firmly press that back foot into the ground. And bring both hands onto your front leg here. So you're starting to get a nice opening here, opening up your chest. Also releasing those hips. So you don't need to bring that foot out too much to the side. It'll make it more intense. Open that chest. And next exhale, fold down to the ground. Bring your forehead to the ground. Face the palms of the hands facing the ground. Inhale, push yourself back up. Bring both hands on the opposite sides of the front leg. We're going to push ourselves back into downward facing dog. Push into those hands and send that foot back. Just as a transition here. Inhale into low lunge, this time with the left leg in front. And prop yourself up onto your front leg. Same thing here. Strong core, tilt the pelvis in. Settle yourself into the posture. And the next exhale, we're going to sink it to king pigeon again on the other side. So send your foot towards your right side and settle into the posture. Square your hips here. Make sure you're not falling onto your left side. If you need to, prop yourself onto a cushion. Bring your hands onto your front leg. forehead to the ground. Surrender to the posture. And push yourself back up with your hands here. We're going to come lying on our stomach this time. So send your leg back, lie on your stomach. And we're going to come into Cobra pose. So bring your forehead to the ground and your hands are under your shoulders here. So inhale here, exhale. Stick your arms to your sides, send your shoulders down and back. Slowly open and bring up your chest. Push up with your hands. Look in front of you for now. So remember to have a long neck. Before you look back, you have to open your chest. Your glutes are also tight here. Exhale, calm back down. We're going to do that a second time. So inhale here with your forehead on the ground. Exhale. Bring your chest forward and open. So look in front of you still for now. Opening that chest. Exhale, bring your forehead back to the ground. Make a cushion with your hand just for a second here. Feel the opening of your chest. And we're going to come into Salabhasana. So extend your arms out in front of you. Forehead comes to the ground. Inhale, and as you exhale, reach your arms up in front of you. Palms are facing down towards the ground. Using our strength in our back. So look right in front of you down to the ground. And release back to the ground. And the second time, we're going to do this again. Also with the legs. If you're not able to lift your legs off the ground, just do it with the arms. That's perfectly fine. Inhale, exhale. And bring your arms and legs off the ground. Strong glutes. Don't strain your neck, so look down to the ground. Your whole back here is engaging, as well as your glutes, extending and straightening the back. Exhale, release down to the ground. And we're going to push ourselves into slight child's pose. Bring your forehead to the ground. Your hands are extended out in front of you, palms of your hands to the ground. So every time you take a back bend, you always need to reverse that and do a counter pose so your back is bending in all directions. And push yourself back up. So we're up, propped onto our knees. And we're going to come into camel pose. So slightly open up your legs. And we're going to bring our hands onto our hips here. So we're going to start slowly and take it easy. As you inhale, stand up straight here. Exhale, lightly push onto your hips and bring your shoulders back. Open that Anahata chakra. Still look in front of you. And before you send your head back, remember to open that chest. So long neck. You can stay here if you're a beginner. This is already a good back bend. Otherwise, you can take it a little bit further by bringing your hands down on your heels. Still pushing your hips forward so you're not sinking into your hands. And if you're comfortable, you can release your head and look back. Opening up that chest. Embracing the posture. Breathe into it. If you're not able to breathe, take it a step back, always. Wonderful. Bring your hands back on your hips and push yourself forward slowly. And your head comes last. Slowly bring yourself back into child's pose just to do a little counter pose here as a transition. Bring your head to the floor. And push yourself back up, and we're going to come into bridge pose. So lie on your back. Your knees, your legs are bent. So here you can touch your heels with your fingers. So if you can have something in between your legs, that's great. Otherwise, make sure to keep your legs parallel heel to not hurt your knees. So from here, inhale, and as you exhale, push into your feet and your hands, palms facing into the ground, and send your hips up to the sky. Strong legs, strong glutes. And breathe here, look down to your stomach, blowing in and up with air, and your chin is coming towards your chest. Hold here. You can also interlace your fingers behind your back and come onto your shoulder blades to take it a little bit further. Keep those legs parallel. So this is a very good posture to strengthen your back. Also very energizing. Exhale, release, roll back to the ground, vertebra by vertebra, so your pelvis comes last. And we're going to do that another time. Inhale, exhale, push into your feet and your hands. Send that chest up, open up here. So if you feel something tight in your lower back, if you're going too far, also take a step back from here. Interlace your fingers behind your back. And exhale, release back down slowly. Unwind your spine. And we're going to go into a full Dhanurasana, so wheel pose for those who have done before. If you're still a beginner, stay with the bridge pose that we're doing here, and you will gradually get there. Otherwise, bring your hands next to your ears with your fingers pointing towards you. And next to your ears here, your legs are at the same position. Inhale, and as you exhale, push into your feet and your hands at the same time. Send your hips up towards the sky. Look down to your hands. So remember to open that chest and push into your feet. It's very important so that you're not shifting towards one side. So if you're only able to prop onto the top of your head also as so, that's perfectly fine, but don't strain your neck. Push here, strong legs. Exhale, come back to the ground. Bring your chin in. And we're going to do that a second time. So don't frustrate yourself if you're not able to get there yet. It takes a lot of back strength and flexibility, which is something that you can work on. Inhale, exhale, push into your hands and feet, and come into wheel pose. Stay onto your feet, so don't come onto the tips of the toes. You're engaging your whole body here. Exhale, come back down slowly. And bring your legs into your chest. Roll slightly side to side. And roll yourself back up to sitting. We're going to come into a slight forward bend just for a counter posture into Paschimottanasana. So take your sitting bones out from under you. Straight legs are slightly bent if you're not able to entirely straighten them. Inhale, elongate that back, send those arms up. Exhale, reach forward. So bring your hands to wherever you can bring them. It can be your legs, your toes. Just remember to try to keep a healthy shape of the spine. So you're looking out in front of you. Don't look down to your legs just yet. Breathe here. Remember, what's important is to really engage the whole body. Don't worry about getting your forehead down to your legs. Inhale, come back. And we're going to take a slight twist just to finish off. So bend your right leg over your left with your foot entirely on the floor here. Bringing it in towards you. Straighten your back, so bring that leg in towards you and straighten your back. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring your right arm behind you. You can stay here by taking your leg in with your left arm. And as you exhale, lightly look behind you. Flex your left foot. Just a light twist. Make sure we're bending that spine in all directions. Inhale, come back. Counter twist to the other side. Bring your hands on the floor. Look back. We're going to switch that. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Bend your left leg. And bring it in towards your chest so your foot is entirely on the floor. Hug in that leg towards you as you extend your spine. Sit straight. And with that inhale, bring that left arm out behind you and still hug in your leg here. As you exhale, look back lightly. Imagine your spine is like a staircase going up. So engage your whole body into that twist. From inside out. Inhale, release, counter twist to the other side. Bring your hands down to the floor. Look behind. Wonderful. And come back to seated. Now if you have the time, remember you can always take a shavasana, so lie yourself down on the floor and give yourself the time to integrate these postures. I hope you enjoyed the class. You feel nice and open, your chest is open, and you feel the love from Anahata chakra. If you enjoyed the class, feel free to like the video, to leave any comment of what you enjoyed, what you'd like to see in the next classes, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. Have a great day, everyone.